What do you think of the idea that some people say the better you get with your art, the smaller your audience gets?
I think like all statements, I mean, that's sometimes true, yeah. When Pete Volkus worked in the Archie Bray at first, he made kind of what I call Alfred pots. They were little narrow neck bottles, a lot of them, and they were well made. God, he could knock them off a mile a minute, you know. But the forms were not exciting. But they sold like hotcakes. I mean, he couldn't keep them in the shop. The best part of those pots was what he did to the surface. And he was talking about kind of loosening up a bit and not being quite so tight about it. But he still was talking about pots, and he thought Pete would go on being a potter. Well, Pete heard this, and of course, you know what happened. I mean, the clay really began to participate, and Pete then was involved in some abstract expressionist contacts, and these began to have an effect on his work, and the rest is history.
Muhammad went on the West Coast at that period. Wasn't he involved with this? Do you know her today?
Susan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still paint?
No. I learned I was not a painter. And actually, I quit painting when I thought I was going to be able to do both painting and pots and pursue them at the same time. But my painting, I was into this neoplastic attitude, you know, Mondrian, soft edge Mondrian, you might say, or let's say less than right angles, and meanwhile I was making pots, and I was trying to get looser and looser and looser with my pots, and my paintings were harder and harder and harder, and so you know, I just decided one had to go, and pots were more exciting to me.
So you found the paintings were fighting the clay work?
Pardon? Yeah, the paintings were fighting it. What I've done recently, however, when I was painting, I'm not very good with a brush, and so working with straight lines on a canvas, I found other ways of making these straight lines, and one of the ways was something that came out of a printmaking course, typed monoprinting, not drawing on glass on some of my pots, to print straight lines, and it's better than painting them on pots, I find. Or at least I think it is now. I don't know what I'll think, you know, sometime in the future.
How are you going to glaze that?
In the most wonderful glaze that they have around here. Well, the answer is I'm not going to glaze it. I'm going to go home.
How would you glaze it?
Well, I'd probably use a glaze because of this engraving on here. A glaze that's going to change color on the engraving. It could be a chemical. It could be a Shino. I've got an ash glaze that is very effective. I've got a slide of one of these in a finished state that I'll show you this evening. You see, the thing I like now is that you know something's wrong under here, but it creates a tension between this inner form that's sweeping out and the outer form that goes straight down.
Warren, how many glazes do you use
too many, too many. The reason why is that when I rebuilt my kiln in the late 70s, my kiln that I had